What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cap Show. The NBA playoffs are not disappointing. I'm still rolling with the Golden State Warriors to win it all this year. Why? Because of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. They got the championship DNA. They've already done it. They've won 3 NBA championships, and that's why I'm going with Golden State Warriors. And also, they're the best three-point shooting team. But really, what bothers me is seeing some of these players who've been out of the playoffs this year that not really affect them. They're smiling after the game. They really don't care. You know, guys like Trae Young and Kyrie Irving, yes, they are great players for the NBA. I agree with that. They're great talents. One of the best we've ever seen. But I'm just saying from a competitive standpoint, it's like, how can they, be like happy about it? And I get it. They defined the odds. They made it to the NBA. They're millionaires in America. They beat all the odds. But I'm saying from a competitive standpoint, to be the absolute greatest in your profession, that's just not cutting it. Michael Jordan would never smile from losing an NBA playoff series, dude. Just the way Kyrie did, you guys got swept. Kyrie should feel embarrassed right now. I'm really disappointed in Kyrie. He's a great talent, and I think he's probably a good guy outside of the basketball court, but I'm saying as a competitive standpoint, it's like, Kyrie, really? We even said Kyrie's going to be out of the league in a couple years, not because of his lack of talent, because his mental state. He's just not there, dude. He's missed a lot of the games this regular season, and then coming into the playoffs, we kind of felt like, man, are the Brooklyn Nets going to do it, or are they going to choke? KD, Kyrie, this was a recipe for a championship, right? No, it was a recipe for sweeping, dude. And Kyrie's up there smiling after the game. To me, it's kind of like, man, dude, where'd the passion go? Where'd the hunger go? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that championship mentality? Kyrie, he won a championship with LeBron back in 2016, down 3-1 against the Warriors, defining the odds. Kyrie hit that 3 to go up by 3, 89-92 in the NBA Finals Game 7 against Golden State, at Golden State. You know what I'm saying? Like, so much Kyrie has done for the game, so much good, and then Kyrie gets swept, and it's like, it doesn't affect him. Like, he doesn't care. Same thing. I mean, KD, KD's a different breed. KD's a great player, but same thing with him. And Trae Young as well. Trae Young, a very great young point guard, but it's like, would Magic Johnson do this? Would Larry Bird do this? Even LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, the greats, would they after they got swept, from the NBA and losing in the first round, you think they would be smiling? No, there's none of that, dude. And I just think the whole mentality in today's game has changed. It's more about, hey, let's just get the maximum value. Let's try to get as much money as we can. And who really cares about the glory, the legacy, the championship banners? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can you do that? You know what I'm saying? How can you smile from that? From getting swept, dude. And that goes to show you that Kyrie's not 100% committed in the NBA. He's just not. Mentally, he's not there. And I just think, yes, talent-wise, absolutely. Kyrie's one of the best talents the NBA's ever seen, dude. Top point guard in the league year in and year out. But, experiencing this year, yes, I get it with the COVID, all that stuff. But I just look at the bigger picture with Kyrie, and it's just like, dude, like, you have so much talent, so much ability, but I just think it's all mental with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? And then after the game, it's funny. It really kind of bothers me in a way. It's just like, how can they, be okay with losing, dude? Like, this is why you play the game, is for the playoffs, is to win an NBA championship. And, you guys are up here smiling, dude, it's a joke. And that's what it kind of feels like. When Trae Young's out there smiling, it's like, dude, is it a joke? You know what I'm saying? Like, people come to see you play, dude. They spend their hard-earned money, dude, blue-collar people, and, Trae Young's just up there smiling like he don't care, dude. And that's the whole mentality of today's NBA, in a way. It's just like they don't really care about the results. All they care about, can I maximize my check? Can I get the most millions out of the deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's basically what it is. But I'm still going with the Warriors, and also I'm going with the Grizzlies. That's going to be a great series. Grizzlies, Warriors. I can't wait for that. But, the Bucks, Celtics. This is going to be a classic Eastern Conference matchup. I cannot wait. Giannis, one of the best players in the league, probably the best player right now that's currently playing. Giannis, we can't disagree with that. Right, dude? Like, Giannis is he's a beast, dude. Like, he's really that good. He is, dude, like, he can do it all. You know, he can go, he can dribble, he can drive to the basket. You know, when I say dribble, I don't mean like crazy between the leg moves, but you know, looking at it from that as aspect, it's like, wow, dude, like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a freak of nature, God-given talent. But, you know, for the Celtics, I feel like they are better coached. I really do. I feel like they have better chemistry. And the Boston Celtics do have the recipe to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. They really do. And I think the Celtics can get them in 5 or 6 games. I would say about 6, maybe 7. But I'm saying 6 games, dude. I think the Celtics can get them here. I really do. I cannot wait for that matchup. And then shout out to CP3, Chris Paul, one of the best point guards the NBA has ever seen, dude. You know, homage to Chris Paul, one of my favorite point guards to ever play the game. You know, currently probably my favorite one. You know, CP3's still in the league. Dude, he's been in the league for decades. You know, CP3's been killing it. And I just want to see CP3 get a championship ring before he retires. And we do know that CP3 is towards the end of his career. I would say CP3 maybe has two years left in him, dude, if that. I feel like he's towards the end of that. You know, and I think CP3 realizes it. That's why he came back this year. You know, after losing in the finals last year, he's like, we got to get this back, dude. We got the talent. Devin Booker, he's got to get healthy. Those guys playing against the Mavs, you know, there's no joke in there. You know, Luka, he's a beast, man. And, you know, nothing to take away from Luka, but it's like, man, dude, like, you're going to have to double team Luka. Get him out of his comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, put pressure on him full court, dude. Make him get tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, that's what you have to do. If I'm a coach coaching against Luka, you're putting pressure on him, dude. Don't let him shoot open threes. Like, this is the NBA today. They're going to shoot threes. You know, even if you're playing good defense. So you're going to have to play great, solid defense if you're the Phoenix Suns to have a chance here. Because we know Devin Booker and Luka on both sides, they're going to score. They're going to get their buckets. And I think it's going to be the inside game. Who's going to get the most offensive and defensive rebounds is really going to win this series right here. It's really a coin flip, but I'm leaning more towards the Phoenix Suns right now. They're just better coached. They really are. And then we also have the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Miami Heat. I can't wait for this matchup either. I mean, I'm probably going to lean more towards the Miami Heat. They got better scores than Philly, and I get it, man. Everybody's on Philly. James Harden this, James Harden that. You know, everybody seem to like Philly. I haven't liked Philly since AI. You know, they got Joel Embiid. He's a beast. But I just think for Philly, man, this is where they meet their match here. This is where it's like, hey, it's going to get real here. You know, you guys are going to have to play defense. We know James Harden cannot play defense worth a lick, dude. That's just laziness. That's what it is. If I'm a coach and James Harden's on my team, I'm telling James, dude, like, if you don't play defense and get defensive rebounds, run suicides in practice. You know, get him motivated, dude. You're going to have to play defense. You know, the old cliche is still true to this day. Defense does win championships, dude, and it's proven, man. It really does. See, and I think that's kind of straying away. It's like, well, if you guys are going to score two points inside the paint, well, we're going to hit a 3. Okay, you're not the Golden State Warriors. Everybody wants to be like the Golden State Warriors, but in this series, I'm leaning towards the Heat. I would say the Heat win in 5 or 6. I really do. I don't see it going 7. Now, if Philly really plays out of their mind, I can see it that. I just think Miami, they're better coached. You know, they've been through it all. You know, shout out to the, you know, executive owner, Pat Riley. He's a dog. He's a beast. Shout out to Pat, man. He's just a legend, dude. You know, when we talk about Pat Riley, we should just put not even a CEO, just put baller. You know, that's what Pat Riley is. He is a baller, and he's got these pieces together. Jimmy Butler, he's coming in. Tyler Hero, these type of guys, man, they're going to put up points for the Miami Heat, and I cannot wait to see this matchup. I want to see them just destroy Philly. I want to see him embarrass Philly to be like, hey, is James Harden a championship player? You know, by himself, really? Yes, Joel Embiid, but another superstar? No, dude. James Harden is not a championship player. He's not. You know, like, what happened in OKC? He was a 6th man coming off the bench. He still didn't produce in the NBA Finals in 2012 against the Miami Heat. So what makes you think he's going to produce in this? Yes, okay, if James Harden goes for 30 a game but still loses, who are we going to blame? Are we going to blame the other players or James Harden? Who's it going to be? But it's just like, you know, what good is 30 points with, you know, you guys are out of the playoffs? That's not enough. Like, James Harden's going to have to do it on both sides, and he can't. He can't do it on the defensive end. So I'm going Miami Heat, and I'll lean more towards the Phoenix Suns in that series. But I think the most entertaining matchup is definitely the Milwaukee Bucks and Boston Celtics. I really do. I cannot wait for this. I think Memphis is going to close out Minnesota, and they're going to play Golden State. And like I said, that's my team. That's the dark horse. Golden State Warriors all the way. They had the championship mentality. Steph Curry, those type of guys, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, these guys know what it takes to win a championship. Okay? So, these guys right now, they're playing their ball right now. And Steph Curry, dude, I'm telling you what, he's going to be ready. I cannot wait. I see Steph winning NBA Finals MVP this year. And really, he should have won MVP last year in the regular season, averaging 32 points. And they said, you know what, Steph, we're not going to give it to you, dude. We understand you scored 32 a game with Klay Thompson out. You had Draymond, who was banged up here and there. But it's like, really? You know what I'm saying? 32. And they still stuff Curry, dude. They're like, no, we're not going to give it to you. That's so silly, dude. The NBA is kind of becoming a little bit political in a way. Steph Curry was the best player last year and clearly is the best player right now, him and Giannis. I would say him and Giannis in the playoffs right now are the best players. So I'm going Warriors here. So if you guys had $1 million to throw bread on, I would say either throw it on Milwaukee. That's a safe pick. But, there's no safe picks really right now. I'm going Golden State, dude. I'm going all in on Golden State. So if you got $1 million to throw, 10 bands, 100 bands, or even $100, it's a smart bet to throw on Golden State this year. I truly believe that. I just have that in my gut, dude. I'm not betting with my heart here. I'm betting with my gut. That's my instinct. My instinct's telling me Golden State, so I'm going Golden State. And I don't think that's a bad pick either. If you guys lose 1,000, 100 bands on this pick, then I'd say I'm sorry, dude. Straight up. I didn't see it coming. I didn't see the Warriors losing, but I do see them winning this year. But the thing is, let's say it's Milwaukee and Golden State in the finals. That's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Golden State matchup against Giannis, dude. Giannis is such an X factor in this NBA playoffs. It's ridiculous, dude. It's like, who's going to guard him, dude? You're going to have to double team him, and that opens up shooters from Milwaukee, Holiday, all these guys. And I just think, looking at it, man, yes, Milwaukee's a dangerous team. They won it last year. They're a reason they're champions, but I'm just going Golden State here. Golden State, but I cannot wait. Mavericks, Suns, I see that going 6 games, maybe even 7. I could see it going 7 and Phoenix and 7, but I just think for the Mavericks, man, Luka, yes, those guys are nice, but I just think right here it's time to where it's like, hey, the Phoenix Suns are legit. This is CP3's end days, and he's ready to win a championship. Hang it up and call it that. Shout out to CP3, one of the GOATs. But like I said, I'm going Golden State Warriors. Philadelphia 76ers will lose this series, okay, against the Miami Heat. You mark my words. It's the NBA playoffs. It's the Cloud with Cab show. Let's go!